What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Happy 4th of July weekend. Hope you're out there with your friends, your families, your loved ones. You're having a great time, but most importantly, I hope you're being safe. Guys, it's been a couple months, and as we know, every 2 months I do a quick pickup video, and, well, not that anything I ever do is quick, but I don't really have too much to get to, so let's just get right started on it. These first two games were an offer-up deal. I saw this one initially. He had a whole bunch of games. But I saw this and looked at that and was like, oh, that looks interesting. So I asked him for these two and offered $10 and he was agreeable. So I went and met up with him and I picked them up. They're both complete. They both work, obviously. And I love playing. This is a hard-ass game, but it's very interesting. If you've never played Anastray, pick it up. It's pretty cool. I hear the second one's really good, too. That said, on a side note, I have a question about this one. So at the end of my sign-off, I'm going to do that there. Thus, you know, I'm not making this video too long. So if you choose to listen to it and want to help me out, you know, please do so. The question is mainly going to go out to you modern Metroid fans and DS fans, I guess, in general. I'm not too hip on the modern Metroid games, so I do have a quick question about that. So please hang out for that. Next group of games came from my buddy Justin. Started off as a, he's selling a bunch of stuff. I showed interest in one game, and oddly enough, we both forgot all about it. So then I guess he was cleaning a few things up, just trying to make some room, and he said, I'm just going to send it out to you with a couple other things. So these are the three games that came in that package. Crypts of Chaos for the Atari 2600. It came in this nifty little deal, so I just never took it out. I never played this game before. It looked interesting, plus I always like these Fox 25 cartridges. They're really interesting, so I was happy to grab that. And the two games he threw in there was Gremlins for the 5200, and it's complete, and this box is in really nice shape. The cartridge looks like it's unused. I don't have a 5200 right now, but I'm a huge fan of the Gremlins, and of course, you know I'm an Atari fan, so I'm very honored to have that on my shelf. And this last game actually used to belong to me. When I was having some hard times, didn't know where I was going to be going, and had to get rid of all my stuff, I fire sold pretty much everything except for some exclusive games and stuff like that. And my buddy Justin is the one who bought most of it. You know, of course, I gave him a really good bro price on it. But this one game here, The Death and Return of Superman, was one of my prized possessions, and it wasn't originally on the block to sell. And he kept going back to it. I don't know, dude, I can't. And then eventually we came up with a price. It wasn't quite bro price, but it was reasonable and it was fair, at least in my opinion. I'm sure it was in his as well. But it killed me to get rid of this game. There's a lot of reasons behind it, and we won't even bother getting into that right now. But long story short, he sent this along in this package with a lovely note talking about how it just needed to go back to its original owner. And there were no strings attached as far as receiving it. And it really did touch me in the heart quite a bit that he did that. I teared up a little bit, no lie. And there is an unboxing video of these three. So if you want to search that out, maybe if I think about it, I'll put the link down below. And you can check that out. But there was a really nice note that came with it that I read. So to Justin, thank you so much for those, buddy. The next two came from a thrift store I stopped at. These were only a couple bucks a piece, maybe $1.50. I can't remember. If you're on my Instagram, you probably saw these and you can recall what I stated I paid for them. But I'm trying to beef up my Genesis collection again. So I was able to pick up Tournament Fighter, Ninja Turtles, and Street Fighter 2, the Special Champion Edition. Again, I'm trying to build up my Genesis collection. It was nice to have, I'm not calling these filler, but it's nice to have some decent games that I know I'll actually play to put on the shelf, so I was happy to get that. Next two games, I kind of acquired them in a weird way. I wanted to sell a handful of games because I haven't been working because of a knee issue for the past 3-4 weeks now, actually. And I needed a few bucks for gas, smokes, or whatever. And a gentleman replied to an ad I posted, but he had a shop. So we came to an agreement on a price, and I met him at his shop. Well, oddly enough, I get in there, and the guy's like, oh, shit, I only have $2 in cash in my register. And he didn't have any in his pocket, so I was like, this is kind of weird. Long story short, I made him close the store, run across the street, and get some out of the ATM. And yet he still didn't come back with enough. So I don't know if maybe, he seemed like a nice guy, so I don't know if he was trying to sneak a fast one on me, but he only got a handful of the games. He didn't get the full lot. But I did notice 2 games in his on his shelf that I really wanted, so I threw a couple more in to make a trade deal for these ones. The first one is Zaxxon for the ColecoVision, and it came with the manual, but the manual's in a folder right now, staying nice and crispy. And the other one is Action Fighter, and there's something really funny about this. When I got my SMS, my Sega Master System, it came with a couple of games and an empty Action Fighter cartridge, and I've been looking for a loose cartridge. And he had this, and I'm like, oh, I don't really want to separate it, but because it is complete. So I just said, fuck it, and took the whole thing. Now I have an empty Action Fighter case still and a CIB Action Fighter. So if anyone needs the insert, let me know. I'll fold it up nice and put it into a thing and mail it out to you. I mean, I'm going to keep the box for another game down the line or whatever. But if you need an Action Fighter insert, let me know. I'll send it out to you free of charge. I don't care. One other game that I don't have here because I gave it away was I stumbled upon, and I honestly can't remember how I came. I think it was just a random thrift store I stopped at in New Hampshire on my way home from something. It was the Japanese import version of King of Fighters. I'll try to remember to put a picture up in there. And I don't know why. Maybe because it was a Japanese import. It was an NTSCJ. And it was real mint. I mean, that book in there looked amazing. The discs were perfect. And it was just something interesting. And I said, you know what, Chris, you need to collect for what you want, not just because it's a fucking weird video game. So I ended up giving that to my buddy Canadian Zangief because it just seemed like something he would be more into. Whether I was wrong there, I don't know. So, but I did grab that. Last, we all remember the Super Mario McDonald's toys that came out a while back. And I did collect a few of them. And I was able to get the regular Mario and the Luigi and the pipe. I got Peach, I got Bowser, and I got the 1-Up shell. I ended up giving a lot of those away. I kept Bowser and everything because of this next pickup. But I realized at some point I wasn't going to get all of them. Not that I'm a completionist, and I normally don't collect things like this, but something about these really spoke to me. And I really wanted them, so I posted on a local Facebook group for just this town that I grew up in, saying, hey, if anyone works at McDonald's and might want to lead me in the right direction to get one of the displays, I would really appreciate it. Not expecting anything. Within minutes, a general manager for a McDonald's, she grew up here in the same town that I did, was like, yo, make a donation to the Ronald McDonald House and you can have the one from my store. So I did. I made a donation, not that much, like I think I gave her $20 for it. And I came away with this. It's so friggin' epic it doesn't even fit in the shot. Yeah, I was able to get my hands on the Mario display from McDonald's, and I was pretty happy to have that. Not that I have anywhere to put it right now, but I don't really have any marketing or display things like I used to. And, yeah, so I was really happy to get my hands on that. So that is everything I've picked up, guys. Like I said, it's the 4th of July weekend. I hope everyone's being safe out there. I hope you're having a great time. Thanks, as always, for watching. Go ahead and leave feedback down below. Thumbs up, thumbs down, all feedback's positive. Don't forget to stick around for my question about Metroid. But until next time, guys, thanks as always. Take care. And bye-bye. Alright, guys, so if you'll indulge me, here's my question. I don't know much about modern Metroid stuff. I really don't. I really want to get into it because it all looks pretty interesting. Nor do I know a lot about collecting for the DS or 3DS, so I've been trying to build up that collection. We make the deal for this in the other game I showed earlier. Gave the guy his $10. And I'm in the car just looking over all the stuff that's in the, whatever. He knocks on my window and says, hey, I gave you the wrong game. And he pulls out another one of these Metroid that look a little different. Says exactly the same thing, Prime Hunters, but it doesn't have this yellow first hunt or whatever. And he says, oh, this is the full game. What I gave you is kind of like a demo. I mean, there's still a full game on there, but it's like a demo. I said, okay, well, if that's the full game, by all means, go ahead and let's trade it out. And he says, yeah, no problem, but I want the case and the manuals back. And I'm like, no, I paid for a full setup here. I know the deal was pretty reasonable, but it's not the deal we came up with. So we kept going back and forth. I'm like, dude, give me the full fucking game or fuck off. I'll just take what I got. And he started getting a little aggressive about it. So I stepped out of the car and imposed my size on him and basically told him what's up. And I decided, it's $10. Fuck it, The other game I believe was worth at least $10. So this one I basically got for free. So even if this isn't the full game or not, I still think I made away. But we're not talking about value. I want to know if this is the game that should have come in this case. See if I can do this without glare. I'm going to show you the back in case there's something special on the back that you might need to see. Or did I get some kind of weird promotional demo thing and the guy just put the wrong game in the case and tried to pull a fast one on me? So that's all I wanted to know. Guys, again, thank you always so much for watching. Go ahead and leave feedback down below if you have any answers to this. And take care. Bye-bye. Hey, what's up, folks? The Creep here. Thank you, as always, so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more. You can follow The Creep on social media, and feel free to reach out at any time here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Creep would love to hear from you. And as always, thank you, take care, and bye-bye.